It was just announced that in 2028, the Oscars are finally going to recognize stunts with an Academy Award, and it has been long overdue. There are so many movies that have come out literally since like the 1940s that have utilized stunts to bring us some of the most iconic scenes in films of all time. And the fact that it's gone this long without being recognized, like, you're gonna give an award to styling somebody's hair. And I mean no disrespect here. This is an art form, and doing someone's hair and makeup is definitely part of a movie. It's what makes a movie iconic. But you're gonna give an award for that, but not an award for whoever designed the stunt of Tom Cruise hanging off the side of a plane with absolutely no CGI. It's one of the most thrilling parts of that movie, and one of the reasons why people even show up to see that movie. Fast and Furious, most of it's CGI, but it's still mostly about the stunts. People get excited about the stunts that are happening in those movies, and there's somebody that sits down and designs those stunts. Those moments where the movie takes our breath away is so integral to the cinematic experience. And again, the fact that it wasn't celebrated up until now is just such a shame, and I'm so happy to finally see it recognized. And I think that The Fall Guy had a lot to do with it, because that movie was a love letter to Hollywood and the art of making stunts. And while that movie was in the circuit and doing its rounds of publicity, they often talked about how there's so much love in making stunts in movies, and they were so sad that their peers weren't recognizing that at the Oscars when all these awards were getting out. And I think that The Fall Guy helped putting it in the limelight that this needs to be recognized, and we're finally gonna get it, but not for a couple years. It's not gonna happen until 2028, which means all of the films in 2027 that have stunts will be considered. And the reason why I think they're taking 2 years is because they need to iron out how exactly they're gonna do this, because at the end of the day, the people going to the movies and watching them don't really know what a stunt is and what is done in CGI. And do CGI stunts get considered? Is the award for the best practical stunt? Because then at the end of the day, every time Tom Cruise comes out with a movie, we all know he's gonna win every year. Or is it just the best looking stunt, whether it be practical or CGI, which would put the Fast and Furious movies in consideration, which would put Transformers in consideration. It could put an Avengers movie in consideration, depending on what it is. Think of the scene with Chris Evans where he's holding the helicopter back in Civil War. Does that get considered? There's a lot of things they need to sit down and really hash out and make sense of before they can kind of just roll into this by next year. And I'm glad they're taking the time to make sure they get it right. They're probably going to sit down with iconic stunt designers, the people that choreograph them and storyboard them, and figure out what makes them work and what makes them work in safe ways. And I'm okay with them taking their time. I'm just happy that they're finally bringing it to the Oscars, and I cannot wait to see who wins the very first Oscar for stunt design. Anyway, guys, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Are you excited to see this category finally recognized by the Oscars? Maybe you think it's dumb. Let's talk about it in the comments down below. And as always, guys, I hope you have a great rest of your week, and I'll catch you next time.